I swear to God, these niggas. Hey, I don't be understanding, man. Fuck it.
Hey, where you get that rain? That shit look dope. Niggas rollin' trees, that's just the smoke. Baby, get a bowl of me, you know I'm just gon' scope. And we do not wipe these hoes, that's a no-no. Niggas pouring that lean up, that's just a coke. Tell me what you need, love, I got a folder low. And we'll bleed them broke niggas, that's just for show. And she know to bring her homegirls with her, that's for my bros. Hey, this for my bros, all these money, cars, and clothes.
Hey guys, welcome to the 20, 30, 40 show, where we talk about different topics every week from the perspective of someone in their 20s, 30s, and 40s. We have Dave, Casey, and Jay Nice. And today we're going to start off by talking about pretty controversial topic, which is interracial dating, couples, hookups, and things of that nature.
And we have the lovely Callie.
Oh yeah, myself, Callie. Sorry. So, what are our thoughts? There's different levels though. There's interracial dating and just fucking bitches, like, because there's a lot of men who will not, black people that will not date a white girl, but they'll fuck them. I'm lying?
No, that's true.
So how do we feel about them just fucking? Let's start there.
There's nothing wrong with it.
I don't think that's much to talk about, honestly. I mean, Dr. Umar not up in here. Ain't much to talk about on that sense. I mean, if you grown and you find some, I think sex is not, for what we use it for, we use sex for pleasure. It's really for reproduction, but we use it for pleasure. So if whatever you find attractive, then I think, you know what I'm saying, to each his own. If you find white attractive, you know what I'm saying, then, and you want to have consensual sex with a white woman, then do that. Or, vice versa. Or it might be Hispanic, Asian, whatever it is. Some guys like flat booty, some guys like curves, some guys like no booty. I mean, some guys like B cups, some guys like, what's her name? Marilyn Monroe? Or Anna Nicole Smith. Some guys like Anna Nicole Smith. You feel me? So it's.
I think you mean Pamela Anderson.
All of them, none of them had ass.
Oh yeah.
Oh, you talking about Dolly Parton?
What the fuck? Dolly Parton's like 80.
At that point, I was talking about breast. But
Yeah, Dolly Parton.
Anna Nicole Smith literally had some balloons.
Watermelons? Damn, I didn't know that.
Which looks nasty to me, but I mean, some people enjoy that.
Yeah. So what about if they fetishize it? Is that still okay?
Like having a fetish with the opposite?
With a different race.
If fetish is for sexual or just
Yeah, like
That's weird.
what's wrong?
There's some women that think like, oh, black man.
Yes.
Black dick. Yeah, so.
Yeah,
that's still okay?
I don't find.
Yeah, why not?
What if she start calling you slave?
Okay. Some people, that's a thing though. That's a thing.
That'd be hilarious.
I'm here for it. Yeah.
Alright.
Hey, well, that's my dick is hard. I don't care about none of that shit, bro.
Okay.
In my personal...
Have you ever been fetishized?
Who's gonna fetishize that? Daddy, come on, let's all have some sense here. Let's have some class.
Let's have some class.
Yikes.
I've had women who never had
Alright.
black guys. And they like, and they're like, okay, like,
Okay. Have you been fetishized?
dear God, no.
Dear God, no. Yeah. No. Not that I know of.
In my personal experience, dating women outside of your race is always like a different type of experience. Like it's kind of.
No, we're still just talking about fucking.
I was gonna talk about both.
Okay.
Like fucking, I feel like that doesn't matter. Like,
Okay, cool. Then let's get into the meat and potatoes.
As long as you're not fucking animals or nothing, like fuck whoever you want, like whatever, like that's cool. But like as far as dating, like in my experience, dating women outside of my race.
Where you come from with that?
Yeah, I'm still uncomfortable. Why you said that?
Shit that didn't register about animals, and then you just said, as long as you. I mean,
Because we talk about fucking people outside of your race. I'm like, it don't matter.
Yeah, but
Nobody
Okay, but why did you bring bestiality into it?
like,
That's the shit he's into.
I believe it. Moving on.
Because it don't matter. As long as you're not fucking.
Because he looks
as long
like
as you're
a
fucking.
I
sloth.
mean, but why not say as long as you're not fucking the couch? Like why?
Casey.
It's
As long as you're fucking people.
Okay,
It's the
so
sloth
stay
that's
stay with
taking
that. Anyways, okay, so what do you feel about dating? Dating, like building together, bringing home to your mom.
I'm not bringing nothing but a
Interracial.
black woman home. I just don't. Me personally, dating outside my race, I would never date because
Why?
I gotta have something that's relatable. I feel like Hispanics are the closest that's relatable to us, but a lot of Hispanics don't like black people like that.
I know.
No, for real, they don't.
Oh
It's
my
a
god, what's
front.
up with that?
No, for real, they don't. Even though we're the most like them, they don't like us.
I fuck them about
I
that.
just don't know how I could even just sit here and like, I don't even know how to talk to a Mexican girl. Like, hey, yo, like, what do you say? I don't know. Like, I really don't know. Like, what up? Like, you talk to them, they're like, what up? You can't do that. Like,
I fuck with them, but
yo, let's go chill. Chill.
don't like
What the fuck is chill? Like, come on.
No Mexican girl's gonna say, "What the fuck is chill?" You made that shit.
Like, what the fuck? That's exactly what the shit sound like.
Excuse my friend.
Man, for real? Like, what are we
No, the
talking about?
ignorance is like.
I'm cool with them. I just don't like how they like ask you a question and answer in the same sentence. I just don't like that.
Oh, God.
Wait, what?
They'd be like, hand me that bottle, yeah?
Hey, for real.
But this ain't no.
Okay, this is turning racist. Just focus
Oh,
on.
damn.
Alright, yeah, so
Okay.
I feel like dating outside of your race is cool, but I think it comes with like pros and cons, especially depending on who you are. Like,
What's a pro?
well, I'm about to say, in my personal experience, every woman that I've like messed with outside of my race, like they are more submissive and they treat you like you're God. Like they treat you like a, you feel me?
What age group was this?
Back in the day.
Aren't you like? No, okay.
So like, if you mess with like even women from different countries, right? Like if you go like to fucking like different states, like you go to somewhere like Atlanta, Texas, like oh shit, you're a nigga from LA, like oh my god, like I need you, and they're like, I want to do this for you.
But you're not talking to a white woman or a Hispanic out there. You're not.
Not in Atlanta or Houston, but you could be in Miami or fucking Utah or Arkansas.
Miami's not a good example.
Other places you've been, there's a lot of white women in Miami.
Yeah, but that's not a good example. With the women in Miami are worse than LA.
Not all of them. You might be a good bitch in LA.
I'm just as a general blanket statement, women in LA and Miami and New York are not a good example.
Mm.
In the broad sense, definitely not. Because they're terrible overall. But I'm saying you can find one because there are no white women from in Atlanta, but in Miami there is. But I digress. In my experience, dating them is a little. I've never dated a white woman, but it's a little easier in the sense that, like, you know, they're trying to fold your clothes and wash your clothes for you. They want to cook you food, and you feel me. They want to do all that type of shit. Whereas a black woman, it's like, what are you doing for me? Like, that's the first thing a black woman 9 times out of 10 is gonna say. But as far as like that, like, outside of them, like, but you relate more to a black woman because that's what you grew up around. That's what you grew up at. So like, it's obviously gonna be different. Like you bring let's say you bring a white woman into your family. Like now you got mixed kids, and that white family has to mix with your black family. And even though I'm personally cool with that, that doesn't always like. Sometimes
The whole family can't get with it.
sometimes it's just awkward. Or even if it's not the whole family, it's just a couple people. Like it just get awkward sometimes. So it's not always the easiest situation. So I think it's easier to date inside of your race, but you don't control who you fall in love with and who you think it's best to start a family with. So
That is
if you
true.
fall in love with a motherfucking Slavic woman,
Dang.
That's what
But
you
where
do.
the fuck are you gonna meet a Slavic woman at?
Slavia.
What the fuck?
I think it's Slovenia, no?
I don't know where the fuck Slavic people are.
I think I have two ideals on this, and I think one trumps the other one. So I'll speak my first idea on interracial dating or dating outside your race. So I think that, and this has been my belief most of my life, I think you should date within your race. Me as a black man, I would prefer to date in my race, and this is because, so we have most black people, or as a black man, I'll speak for black men, most black men that come from the inner city or the ghetto, we've experienced certain traumas and whatnot. And then we as a people have experienced traumas and whatnot. And so no matter, my thought process is no matter how much another woman loves me, they could never understand me like a black woman can, because we come from the same thing, or we come from the same environment, or like the same background. So we can have a 99.999 connection, but she can never understand me when, or relate to me like about like feeling depressed because I feel like I'm getting held out on the job because of my skin color, or because the way my hair looks, or the police harassing me. Like, you know what I'm saying? Black women, they seen their dads go through that, they seen their brothers go through that, they seen their uncles go through that, and shit, they've been through that themselves. You know what I'm saying? But a white woman, and even Mexicans to a certain degree, they wouldn't be able to understand that. You know what I'm saying? And there's so many other examples I could give, but I just gave that quick example. So, and then family-wise, you know what I'm saying? Bringing, like Casey was saying, bringing a white woman into a family. And I wouldn't, you know, black people always adjust. And, you know, we very welcoming. You know, they'll, like, my family, if I brought a white woman around, they would, like, talk shit and clown. But while she's around, they would, like, welcome her and love her. But that's not necessarily the same if you walk into a white family. Mm-hmm. And it'll probably be the opposite. Like, you know what I'm saying? They'll talk shit while you're there, or say little sneak disses, or, you know, do certain shit. And then even when you have kids, you know what I'm saying? Some white families love them, but then some white families do like greedy shit, like when it's time to take family photos. You know, they'll like take one picture with the kids and then like, oh, put them to the side and then take 17 photos. You know what I'm saying, as a family. So it's like certain shit like that's a possibility that you don't even have to think about as two or within the same race. But then my ideal that trumps that is happiness. So with a lot of black women in America, or especially within LA, Miami, and New York, they have a westernized mindset and they think a certain way. Like you were saying, Dave, like, I scratch your back, you scratch my back, or what are you doing for me? Mm-hmm. Versus women in other nationalities, they are taught to be submissive, and they're taught like the man is the leader. And most black women, and this is sad, most black women, because they divided our families, they think they're the leader, or they want to be the leader. You know what I'm saying? Or at the first chance that a man makes a mistake, they like, oh, this nigga ain't fit for lead, let me lead. And so it's like, it's just hard, you know what I'm saying? But Chinese women are like, they men or they king. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Like Mexican women, they men is they king. White women, they men is they king. If you go out the country, they men is they king. They taught, you know what I'm saying, they cook, clean, and this is regular for them. You know what I'm saying? Versus, oh, like, well, what is he doing for me to cook and clean? Or you see this shit all on social media, like, I ain't finna make no nigga no sandwich, or I ain't finna, like that's a bad thing. Like, catering, like cooking, or, you know, providing for your man. I don't know why, but that's looked at as like a negative thing, bro. I don't understand that. So I say that to say, even though I believe like you should date within your race, but I think your happiness trumps that. You know what I'm saying? I'd rather, at the end of the day, I'd rather date a white woman if she gonna like provide the stuff that I need as a man. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna actually be happy, versus dating a black woman and then, you know what I'm saying, just to, you know, satisfy my ideal of what I should be doing.
But you'll be able to even give a white woman a chance?
Have you ever dated? Well, there's other races besides white.
White, Hispanic, Asian.
I personally dated. I've only like dated one girl, but like I've dealt with a lot of different types of women.
I have the same. I've literally only dated one woman in my life, but I've had experiences with multiple women.
You wouldn't even give another, like, a white girl a chance?
Like,
no.
Like, what you mean? Like,
Me personally, I wouldn't.
Oh, okay. I would?
It's like, I feel like, and I like
we
that,
can cut that part out if you want us to.
Oh, no, I'm not. No, I'm saying like any other race.
Okay.
No, for real. I feel like, no, for real. It's like,
oh my God.
With you, we can do whatever, have a good time, but see myself like taking you serious to that level? No, I don't think so. It sounds kind of crazy, but I feel like
would it make you uncomfortable?
No. Just like what Nice was saying about how in the back of my mind I always know that she will fully never really know what I go through. It sounds crazy, but it's like a form of trauma bonding. Like, since you will never know what I actually went through or I will go through possibly, I know I can't fully give myself to you. So I would never even put myself in a situation to possibly give you a chance to go go to that level. So that's why, saying
you can cater to me, but you can't
understand me. So it's like
it's different.
Yeah,
I want understanding that.
Yeah. That's true. But I'm more leaning towards him talking about the happiness thing. But me,
but the thing is, how would you even get to that point of her making you happy?
So like me personally, I treat all women pretty much like the same in the beginning. You know how in the like in law, you're innocent until proven guilty. But women with me, it's the opposite. You're guilty until proven innocent. So like I'm damaged with these women. Like I know they're terrible people. Like 98% of them. So like when I meet a woman, I'm expecting you to be terrible, right? So when you tell me something, I'm assuming it's a lie. You feel me? Like when you say you're somewhere, I'm assuming you to be somewhere else. You feel me? Like I'm not moving necessarily that way. Like I'm not. You feel me? But like I don't expect nothing from you. So for a woman to even get to the point where I'm seeing her 3-4 times, she did something to take herself out the box where it's like, oh shit, like okay, I can't just like let you just walk away. So like if I meet a white woman, for example, right? Let's say like we all go to like a fucking game night tomorrow, right?
I like how you brought that in though, but keep going.
Yeah, like let's say like we all go to a game night tomorrow, and it's a whole bunch of black people there, and you feel me? And it's a white woman there. When I walk in, everybody's in the same level playing field. Yeah, all the women in there are on the same level playing field. It's like
I'm looking at her like she's a Vic.
They're all
That's
Vicks.
it.
They're all Vicks.
She's standing out. She's the eyeball.
Nah, it's like
she's the Vic.
It's like
that's all I'm looking at. I don't
it's
think.
Like, I ain't even thinking to say nothing to y'all. You feel me? But it's like if even if she's not saying nothing to me, if I just notice something in a woman's personality or her energy or her vibe, and I'm like, that's different. You feel me? And it just and that's all I'm saying. And that should catch my attention. And then if we actually have a conversation, and the conversation is different than, you feel me, what I'm used to, and she
niggas still out there laughing. Hey, nice, come on, man. Hey,
nigga said when I walk in, he was like, when I walk in, they're all the same. The nigga Jay was like, not me. When I see her, she's a bitch.
Hey, y'all didn't think like that growing up? Everybody over there is loud. Think about you at a party. Think it's all black people.
Ooh,
everybody loud at a party. The one girl in the corner by herself. Like, beep, 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 beep. Like that's what I think about. Like, for real, it's like that's the Vic.
That's because you're
It's
sick.
like everybody over here. Hey,
Oh my gosh.
all right, I see you.
That's because you're sick.
No, but for real, that's what I think. I just
Yeah, no, I feel you.
Hey,
Let's just say it's 50-50 then.
outside of the trauma, what or you feeling like a woman that's not black, not being able to understand you 100% like a black woman could?
Mm-hmm.
What is it? Anything else that you feel like that would prevent you from dating what you would consider outside your race?
No, that's probably pretty much it.
Are you not like attracted to?
I just like I feel like there's attractive all different kinds of races. Like there's attractive people, period.
Yeah.
I just don't feel like I can.
Everybody have a preference. Do you feel like are you usually more attracted to black women than white women, or like you see
Yes.
or you see a bad white woman, you're like when she bad, you feel me? Like,
You know how it's sad to say, like it sounds crazy when they some people be like, oh, you look good for a dark skinned girl. Like that's how I feel about white people or Hispanics. I'm like, oh, you look good for a Mexican. You look good for a white
That's a
girl.
good analogy.
Like that's how I feel. It's like, damn, it's not what I'm just naturally attracted to.
Yeah.
But it's like, damn, you pretty. Like
it's your preference. Everybody got a preference. Your brother got a preference.
Okay.
Jesus
I
Christ.
feel like he caught a stray. I don't even know him.
No, that's an insider. It's an insider for sure.
It's some men out there that won't date black, and that's black and will not date a black.
That is
like
so weird to me.
That's true.
But it's their experiences and what they grew up with. It has to be a black woman shot them down, or they have
If you have
trauma
bad
that they
experiences
feel
with
like
black
they
women and
can't
only
get
good
by.
experiences with white women, then why would you just
Exactly.
cut the bad experiences off?
There's some that didn't have that trauma though, and then they'll go and date a white woman that's built exactly like a black woman. Her skin's just white.
Yeah,
That's weird.
He's trying to get the black features that he likes in a white woman.
Yeah, that's strange.
Some people are just like, it's really simple. It's just like whatever I'm attracted to. But like my cousin, he would be like, man, because he used to date black women. He used to love them. But then he was like, man, they just too. He would be like, man, they just too difficult. He like, man, but and he started dating other races. First, he like started dating all Latinas, and he like, man, I don't be having half the shit that I be. They be still. But then he started dating Asians, and he like, nigga, I don't get no drama. Like I can lead my relationship how I want to. You know what I'm saying? I can direct it. You know what I'm saying? Like, my woman's coachable. And a lot of men feel like black women ain't coachable.
If you tell a black woman she's coachable, she'll take that as disrespect, bro.
But that's what I'm saying, bro. And that shouldn't be
Look
the
at
case.
her. Are you coachable?
She disrespected.
Look at her. She's
disrespected
looking
right
at her.
now.
It's all on her face. Look.
What about men who date
Change the whole
black?
topic.
Change the whole topic.
Change the whole topic.
Callie, are you coachable?
Hell no.
No, I think I can be submissive to the right person
See,
of
why?
any
That's
race,
what everybody says, bro. That shit is dead. You're not.
but I don't need to be coachable. I'm
Women who say
perfectly.
I'm submissive to the right man
But what's wrong
are not submissive women.
What's wrong with being coachable? That's a good question.
But I don't. That's fine. But I don't need to be coachable. I like who I am and how I am.
Callie, listen.
So just take me as I am, and we'll build and work on things that satisfy each other together.
Yeah,
I don't need someone to sit me down and tell me do things this way.
It's not like
Go
that.
find a bitch
It's
that
not
does
like-
things that way.
We're not talking about the NBA, Callie. You think
The NBA.
Yeah, you talking about Phil Jackson talking.
This is
to
an
Michael
important
Jordan.
topic. This is an important
You're talking
topic.
about be coachable.
This is an
man.
important topic because the women who are watching this need to hear this.
A man can tell you like, hey, if before you, like, every now and then, like, check your
The
oil
oil.
level.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? And you like, oh, well, I don't need to check my oil level. That's what you for.
Yeah,
Or I'll
car
just
blow
call
up.
my dad, or I'll just do that. Like, that's probably a wild. I should have used a better example.
Yeah, that don't make sense
Or
because
like-
you was just saying, like,
Okay,
a woman won't
say
make
it.
me a sandwich. Make
No, okay. Say if a guy's telling you like, okay, hey, listen, if you wanna go somewhere or whatever, just give me a
Let me
heads
know,
up.
let me know.
Give me at least 30, 45 minutes. Don't just pop up and be like, oh, let's go.
yeah.
And you're like, oh, but then you continue to just pop up and be like, let's go, and then that turns into a problem. I don't know, I'm just trying to think something on the fly.
So I think I can
Yeah.
kind of unpack that a little differently. Like when women say that they're not coachable, take me as I am. I'm already good how I am, right? For example,
No, that's not what I'm saying. But
That's
if you
what it sounds
say
like, though.
that's what came out.
coachable is an offensive. Like,
Yeah, I
it's
know,
not,
that's what I'm saying. Y'all
like,
take-
maybe use a different
you're
word.
taking
That's
that-
not a black woman being like,
That's-
any woman might be
teachable.
like, okay, then say teachable.
That's another problem with black women. Y'all hear a word and the whole conversation shot.
Black women, have you seen how other races, white
No,
women,
That's all. No.
that's all. I'm
No.
saying, like, you could just
Women in general.
say things a little softer.
Yeah, all right, but look,
And then, yeah,
I think coachable's the right word though. I think I know you don't want to hear that word. Like for example, right? Who do you like? The best basketball player of all time is probably Michael Jordan, right?
He was coached.
If that nigga goes to Phil Jackson,
Kobe.
if that nigga goes to Phil Jackson and he isn't coachable, but Phil Jackson can't tell him
He wouldn't be
how he
NBA.
needs to improve and what he can do. Don't nobody want him. LeBron James goes to where Kobe, they don't want him if he's not coachable. So as a woman and a man, if you meet somebody, right? When you meet someone, never in life are you gonna meet someone and you guys everything's gonna be 100%.
Exactly.
So here's my issue is this isn't being portrayed the way that it's reciprocated well. If you're going to say about women coach, we need to talk about how the relationship, everyone involved in the relationship needs to be
I
coachable.
need to be coachable too.
Then say that. Like, I'm a coachable man. Like,
Well,
I'm looking for someone who's also...
We weren't speaking about
We
men.
weren't-
We weren't speaking as a man.
we weren't-
as a man.
And I'm giving the perspective as a woman. As you come to me and say, I need you to be coachable. And I say, are you also going to be receptive to being coachable
That's not
to
what
my
you said.
needs?
You didn't say
Or
that.
bad?
You just said I'm not.
You just said I'm not.
I'm not coachable.
But I don't like that word. I'm not coachable. I'm going to stand on that. Am I, like, open to learning, like, things
So
that
if
work
you're not
within this
coachable, you're not
relationship?
teachable.
Yeah.
I am teachable. I just don't think telling someone they need to be coachable is... That ain't... Just, what's the problem with using a better word?
But why?
You need to be coachable right now and use a better word.
Why do you think that that's a negative term though?
Because it was a little bit, like, demeaning and degrading. Like, just say teachable. You're not my coach.
Saying it to myself.
We're a team.
I need to be coachable too.
I don't.
A team needs
Kobe
coach.
don't coach Phil Jackson.
LeBron coaches.
They learn from each other. Bill Belichick and Tom Brady learn from each other. Brady don't coach Belichick. So if you're gonna come to me and say I need someone to be learnable, okay, I'm down with that. I'm gonna learn you and learn the best way to love you. But you're not gonna sit here and coach me.
Do you believe?
If
that,
I'm off the bench, we off the
do
bench.
you believe that in a relationship, the relationship has a leader? Do you believe that?
Yeah,
No?
and in most relationships, yes.
Okay, so
Whoever's not the leader needs to be coached.
What?
Whoever's in the leader should be
so
coached.
if there's
No,
a leader in
there's
the
a team
relationship,
captains.
they should be able to. They should be able to coach the other person. If they're vice
I
versa.
think you're getting stuck on a word. Like, you could just change the word and the conversation will be smooth. Because now we're just going back and forth about if people are coachable. Like, the concept that you're talking about in general, I'm agreeing with. The verbiage, a little off, is all I'm saying.
I think that's
Tomato.
I get you. Yeah, but I think that's the problem. Like with particularly like and I'm not just gonna say black women, but like just westernized women.
Just types of women, like those like it's certain types of women and there's other types of women.
It's called I can do's.
No, it's
Shut up.
I can do bad all by myself.
Yeah.
it's you like it's like I want to receive, even though it's not being presented or given in a negative fashion. It's like I just want to. It's like y'all want to find stuff to make it negative. Like find anything until y'all turn it negative, even if it's something that's actually a positive trait or something that's good. It's like let me just flip it.
But why can't you just meet someone halfway and say like, I agree with you. Let's just use teachable so I don't feel degraded. Is that cool? Cool. It has to be like I'm negative and everything a black woman finds negative in the word coaching. Is this because they feel like they don't want to talk down to?
No, I'm saying not just coachable, just in general. Like it seems like that's like y'all just find shit to just like
nitpick.
Nitpick. And so as your homeboy, when I'm dialoguing with you, I wouldn't mind using the term teachable for you specifically. But I'm saying like in general, that term is not a negative term, and it's not meant to be a negative term. It's meant to be the actual trait of being I'm coachable. The actual trait of being coachable is actually a very positive thing in life. And if you're coachable, you can go from being a level 5 person to a level 6 and beyond person.
Level 16.
Yeah.
Like for example, right? Let's say you're in a relationship. How many times y'all been in a relationship and y'all are speaking to your woman and you say the wrong word or something that you didn't like, even though your point was right, it threw the whole thing into an argument because she didn't like the word you said.
This just happened right
Yeah, what do you mean?
I know. I'm saying, right? How many times does that happen, right?
All the time.
And we're saying the women that are coachable, that wouldn't mind the word, like don't mind certain words, they don't like trip off that type of shit because the women that are the best are women that listen to understand and not women that listen to respond.
Yeah.
So you're listening to what I'm saying because you're trying to understand what I'm saying and you're trying to further the conversation and make the situation better, then that's the type of women that I think any man with his head on straight is looking for.
You see why?
But that's just if people in general. That's not limited to women. It's
men too.
People,
men too. A man that just listens to respond instead of listening to understand what.
I would love to see the comments and see any other non-black women say that they agree that that's rational to say. I'd rather be called coachable than teachable.
But
that's all.
I know a lot of women that actually play sports too. You would tell them.
It just depends.
I played sports as well.
It just depends on.
You never had a coach?
I've been coached as well. Yes, I've had plenty of coaches.
You thought that was
I'm not in a relationship with my coach. Like, you're talking about listen to understand and this. Yeah, I'm understanding. I'm agreeing with y'all, but y'all not listening and just saying like,
I think
I could agree. Like, let's just switch the word just to make you feel better.
Do you think that most women would think
like the conversation is not going to go in a crazy different direction if y'all just use a little less demeaning word to somebody?
You think that coachable is like a negative connotation to most people, or just like
no? In this conversation, it could from a woman's perspective.
So you up here? I feel that, but
again, I'm still not disagreeing with the entire point you're trying to bring around. I just said.
But you see how like the whole.
But you see how it could have all been avoided if you just said like
the whole shit just went left for a second, even though we was able to bring it back, but it just went left. And so normally when that happens, then it becomes a who got the biggest dick contest, and then y'all not talking for 2 days.
Yeah, we've all been through that. We've all been through that. Yeah, but that's why communication is so key, you know.
But
that's why both parties need to be listening to understand.
Normally, from foreign women or women of other race, like Asians, white women, and some Latinas, you're not gonna get that. They gonna listen to understand, and they not gonna be tripping off terms, like, you know what I'm saying, because they know what
y'all have never met a Latina woman in your life.
I said some Latinas.
Yeah, that's why I said Latina would be spicy.
That's
why I said some Latinas. But in general, Asians, white women, they. Oh, okay. And then that's just how it is.
I wouldn't know.
Yeah, like just like, you know, it'd be a lot like white women. You'll be saying what you gotta say, and even if they don't like the words coming out, they're gonna sit there and let you finish your sentence and let you finish what they say, and then they'll.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Is that what happened with Jonathan Majors?
I don't know what the fuck happened.
Oh, okay.
We can't use no Hollywood or entertainment.
Yeah, that nigga don't
Use
count.
no Hollywood or
Course.
entertainment and
Yeah.
apply that to general people. 'Cause they're not general people.
Can't.
So that's like trying to
In our experience,
use Trump to relate to us. We can't relate to Trump. We can't relate to people that are walking around with $20 million in the bank, and they have like, and they in the entertainment industry. You know, they might have planted her to get him.
Did he go to jail for domestic violence?
No, he just got convicted for some other stuff.
For other stuff. Did he hit her?
That's what they say.
They said he like
She got
broke her
cut in,
finger and all
It's
this.
only a misdemeanor.
Yeah, but in our experience, like, you know, they'll let, like, a white woman let you finish your sentence, let you listen to what you got to say, and then maybe at the end they'll like, all right, like, I didn't like that word you used, but I understand what you're saying, and I'll do better at that. Like, they'll literally, like, you know, like, we can both submit to each other. Like, don't nobody got to be, you feel me? Like, this isn't a. It's a democracy. This isn't, you feel me?
Nothing is ever 100% across the board. There's gonna be some women that act like black women, some white women act like black women. We just say and we just using a blanket.
There's also plenty of black women who are
Plenty. That's the
Yes.
one you can go with.
yes,
I have to say,
nurturing
I
and
think the percentage is lower than higher.
that's fair. I'm just to clarify for the
fair,
audience, there definitely ain't no blanket all black women are a certain way.
be fair.
Yeah.
I'm making general statements
Yeah.
or blanket statements. Nobody ever fought. There's always areas of gray. You know what I'm saying?
to be fair, I agree that there's a lot of both types of women in every race. Same thing with men. But I don't think off the top of my head that I have personally met a black woman yet that is 100% like submissive like that, like to where I've met, like what I've seen in other races and other countries. Like the women in other countries outside of their, like, no matter what race they are, women in other countries are a whole different animal.
Yeah.
If more niggas traveled, a lot more women in the USA would be single. Because niggas be going to get wives and coming back.
But because
They treat you way better.
if you line up, so what we're
But
saying
I
is,
haven't met one black woman who's
if
just
you
like,
line up 10, if you line up 10 black men, just say us three and 7 other black men, between 6 to 8 of those black men have been arrested before. If you line up 10 white dudes the same age, probably maybe 3 of them have been arrested before.
if that.
If that. That's a blanket statement. That's a general statement. So in general, that statement applies and it's true.
Yeah.
But that does not mean that you won't have a case where you line up 10 black men and then
None of them
are arrested, or only 3 of them were arrested. And that don't mean the case you line up 10 white dudes and all 10 of them was arrested before. That does not mean that. But in general, that's just what it is.
Perfect disclaimer. For all the motherfuckers and fucking whoever want to say some stupid shit. Perfect disclaimer. Yeah, that's true.
So what I got from this conversation is y'all will date any race as long as the woman is submissive.
As long as the woman is what I want in a woman. Including submissive qualities. Yeah.
I disagree.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, I'll date a white woman if a white woman.
You know what?
You know how women
It
want
don't
to
matter what everybody says about you. I fuck with
You know
you.
how women want to be swept off their feet? If a woman come and
Oh, slept. Oh,
swept.
I don't care how
Gotcha.
sorry they say you is, I fuck with you.
If a woman come around and blow my mind, she could be Slavic.
She would be
She could be
blow my mind.
She could be Caucasian. All right, so let's say that like we all go on a trip, and I bring a homegirl. She white, right? And she's about your age, and you're single at the time, and everything's going smooth. And you love everything about this woman.
Dog food.
I don't want to get canceled. Can we switch topics?
When you see her, she's a Vic.
Bro, I'm not even thinking. I'm not even going to give her a chance.
Dog
Damn, I really
food
rock with this girl.
is
I'm not
crazy.
even thinking that in my mind. I'm really thinking about one thing. And one thing only. Like,
Dog food is crazy. Can we switch topics now? Is that cool with y'all?
I'm not.
Is that cool?
She's a goner.
Okay.
Kelly, do you want to make any last statement?
You know, y'all said
Tell her.
enough. Y'all said more than enough. Yeah, let's switch from dogs to cats. Let's talk about Katt Williams.
That was a bar.
That was a bar.
He was wilding out this past week.
Bunch of leaders. What you think about that?
That man ain't never told a lie in my life. He saw the video. He said, I believed everything after that.
Yeah, the nigga. I ain't gonna lie. Photoshop is a motherfucker. They probably.
Okay, but even if he photoshopped it from the video, that nigga was moving.
He was running fast as hell.
He had wheels.
Let me tell you something. That was not a 447.
It probably wasn't.
No,
but
0%.
But at his age,
0%.
height, and how many blunts he smokes a day, he was moving.
4% was 4 or 5.
It's reasonable to say it was in that range. It wasn't like it was a 7.6.
Fast, you fast.
Jalen Ramsey was a 446.
It might have been a.
Come on. He is that
It
bro.
don't matter, bro.
It was close enough.
Nitpicking a second.
Yeah, literally. He would. Y'all, you making it seem like he lied and said it was 4 something, and it was ended up being like.
4 something.
Yeah, we know.
It could have been nothing in the 4.
Well,
It could have
with
been nothing in the
practice,
4.
I mean.
All right.
Cat Williams is 5'5".
Okay, other than
years
that,
old.
nobody has contested, like, with receipts that anything he said was a bold-faced lie. He's not worried about being in legal trouble. Nothing.
Kevin Hart told me that. I mean, he,
All right.
Now you a lie.
Come on.
He was doing so good.
Takai told me that he was watching the Kevin Hart interview, and Kevin Hart was saying stuff that was, disputed what Katt Williams was saying. He was like, Katt Williams was saying that he was making this much off of ticket sales. He's like, he's number 1 in ticket sales at 200 million or whatever like that, whatever the case is. And Takai was like, Kevin Hart said that he's number 1 in ticket sales all time, and he's at 130. So he's saying that's impossible.
Bro, what the fuck is he?
He did say he had 19 100 city world tours already.
The niggas refuting shit that don't nobody even paying attention.
Yeah, he's nitpicking because all the big stuff
The nigga
matters.
said, this is what he said. He said, "Have you ever known a comedian to come right in the game and get their own show? And nobody knew Kevin Hart until he was on the special.
Literally.
And
he blew up off of that.
Yeah.
Soul Plane was only one, but that was it.
There was such thing as industry plants, and the whole entertainment shit is really weird. Once you like dig into it, or if you know somebody that's in the entertainment industry and you like scratch the surface, you see how fucking weird that shit is.
And he says it all the time.
And if y'all been paying attention, this Epstein shit is coming out. I don't know if y'all paying attention about that, but it's a lot of weird shit, bro. And if y'all don't know who Epstein is, y'all need to check that out and see how all these motherfuckers was on this island and they was getting it cracking, having orgies and shit with kids, allegedly having orgies with kids between the ages of 12 and 18. And people that was recorded on his island, Bill Clinton, Hillary Clinton, top Donald Trump.
I believe that shit, bro.
A bunch of influential people.
I believe it. Too many people that's big in the industry and like really famous they always say too much shit about like freaky ass shit that be going on. Oh,
Michael Jackson, Chris Tucker. That's why Katt Williams say this the Epstein Chris Tucker that we got.
Yeah, bro. They talk about like that, like his interview, like his interview just doubles down on like the weird shit that you be hearing. Like I was watching 50 Cent the other day. He said that.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, he said that P. Diddy like hit him up one day, like, nigga, we gotta link up.
Go shopping?
Yeah, 50 Cent wasn't really like linking. He was like, man, like, let's go shopping. Like, I'll pay for it. 50 Cent was like, yeah, no, I can't fuck with you. Cause like, nigga, you want some freaky shit. Like, but people didn't say it. Katt Williams said it. He said, man, he was like, you gotta tell P. Diddy no. He was like, I want to protect my virgin butthole.
I mean, but you see,
I was like, all right, though.
People didn't really. People clowned this. People clowned the Drink Champ shit, but nobody really talked about. And this is what I noticed right off the bat. Like Fabulous and Jadakiss, you gotta like ask yourself when you see certain shit, because that's why I love Dick Gregory. Because once I start watching him, he made me start asking myself questions. I put myself in the situation, if a nigga's telling me like, nah, you gotta party with me, I'll be like, man, what the fuck is you, like, nigga, who you talking to? You know, as a man, bro, I'm gonna get offended. I'm gonna be like, man, who this nigga take me as candy or something? But you seen them, bro, and they just stood there and they took that, bro, and they just looked uncomfortable, like they were scared. And so that made me start thinking, like, who is this nigga? But then when the reports and shit came up, like the nigga set old boy car on fire, blew the nigga car up, and he had a motherfucker beat and killed and all that shit. What would make a grown man that's straight, that's heterosexual, not respond to some gay advances and on national television, to just sit there like this and like look afraid? That means in their mind, this nigga will do something to me. And that's what I'm saying. So you get like, it's a lot of shit behind the scenes in this entertainment Hollywood world that motherfuckers, it's some weird shit, bro.
Yeah, every freaking
same shit, like, and then not even just like the weird crazy shit, but just motherfuckers not paying motherfuckers the same shit with the Oprah shit. Like Taraji P and Fantasia coming out like, man, you know what I'm saying? They be smiling and shit, but behind the scenes, she like, man, these motherfuckers was treating us like shit. Like they wouldn't even give us no car service. Nigga, that's regular.
Basic.
Yeah, that's basic shit when you on set. When you a movie star, they said they made them rent cars and drive around themselves.
That was a huge box office movie too. I think it was the second biggest Christmas release ever.
That was the highest grossing Christmas release ever.
That.
The Color Purple?
Mm-hmm. It was good.
Purple. Highest grossing Christmas release ever. Shit grossed over $1 billion.
I went and watched it for fun.
Okay.
I just don't think he could top the original one.
I didn't
Did it?
I didn't see it.
I never saw the original.
Way off topic.
Yeah, but I think Katt Williams, they tried to talk so much shit about him because he don't really come into the public eye too often, and that backfired.
For what I would say for Katt Williams, there's some truth to everything, no matter what it is. Even a lie has some certain truths in it. So I feel like what he was saying, it might not be completely true, 100% true, but I feel like there are truths in there that he spoke on, and that's why a lot of people haven't like really rebutted what he's saying, because if they rebuttal, he has a chance to dive deeper into it, and that's when it would be worse for people. So
just like when Diddy did it, settled, because he was like, let's shut this down now.
I'm saying this is not, when I say think, like ask yourself questions. Okay, imagine it's all of us here. And then Takai or somebody we all know just starts making outlandish statements about all of us. Like Cali, they having orgies over there. Cali like girls, they like men. I'm just giving an example. They like men, they like men. And imagine us, none of us
say nothing.
None of us address what this nigga's, and he's the meat of what he's saying. This he called out like at least 12 men. At least 12 different men. No one has addressed the meat of what he's saying. Are they like, oh, well, he just a hater, or oh, he's just this, or oh, I got money, or I don't worry about that. But nobody's getting to what he's actually saying, bro. Yeah. So that got it. Like, what when you look at that, it's like,
whatever he said, he knows much worse.
Yeah.
But how do you feel about Kevin Hart's wife going on tour, ex-wife, going on tour with him?
What's wrong with that?
Some people said that was crossing the line.
Well, the line is across.
But who do they feel is crossing the line? Her or Katt Williams? Or both?
Her.
No, but you don't know how. Well, first of all, Kevin Hart allegedly cheated on her. But then you don't know what he's doing. You don't know how they divorced ended. You don't know what he's doing behind the scenes to block her. You don't know what. You know what I'm saying? You don't know how this is going. So it's like, in general, I don't think that that's cool. But if a motherfucker, if you at a point where it's like, nigga, fuck me, and they like fuck you, then I don't see nothing wrong with it.
I don't see nothing wrong with that.
You do?
She putting him on. I mean, he putting her on.
Nah.
You think it's greenlit?
I think once you ex,
Your ex?
That, a lot of my damn near up. So.
If we share kids, that's the only way I think different about it. But if we don't have no kids, if we don't have no ties together, then it is what it is.
Even if we had ties together, that'll be even more reason why I would be happy that she's getting off her feet.
Well, honestly, if we had kids together and I'm in Kevin Hart's position, she wouldn't even have to be in that situation because I'm already make sure she's straight as her being my kid.
I've never seen him as a type to try to help his baby mama.
So it really shouldn't be no problem then.
Yeah. But at the same time, she's was a comedian. She's a comedian herself, so she wants to get her
Good one,
career
too.
going too. So
But that's what I'm saying. If that's your kid's mother, bro, even if you're not rocking with her as my kid,
Put her
I want
on.
to see my kid's mother
Win.
win.
Yeah, the fact that Kevin
helps my
Hart
kid.
somehow didn't put her in a position to win a long time ago, and he's like top of the game.
Me, I ain't never seen her in no movie or nothing.
I'm sure he has some kind of pull where he could have helped her a little
What are
bit,
we
but
talking about? Cat Williams said Kevin Hart is a gatekeeper, right? What are we talking about? He's right there at the gate. He let in who he want to let in. Yeah, I ain't mad at her to get her money.
I'm like happy that they made him come out and defend himself, because if you really don't know Katt Williams, you probably just think he's like a comedian who fell off, got arrested a bunch of times, does drugs, and got beat up by some teenagers. I know, like, a lot of people didn't know that he has 10 kids. Most of them are adopted.
All of them are
that
adopted.
He's was like able to get into college very early, was reading hella early.
$3,000.
Okay, but
That's what I was thinking about too.
I don't know how exaggerated
That's
that
what I said,
was.
the nigga
But
that
if
is
you're
on
a
something
kid and some books are like 10 pages, mostly pictures.
3,000 though?
He said,
And-
he said they're all.
Do you understand?
In
3
how
books
long?
a day for a year.
No,
Only
he said
1,000. I mean, almost like 1,000 and some change. He was
he
reading
gave a
8
time
books a
frame.
day?
He gave a time frame. I
He was homeless.
forgot.
He might have had shit to do.
So you're just gonna go buy books?
At that young,
I'm gonna be
yeah,
honest, if I'm
maybe.
homeless and I have nothing to do, I can see me reading 5
Sitting in the library because you don't have nowhere else to go because you're homeless. It's
But at
not.
the end of the day,
But
it's only-
exaggerated probably. But he did probably read
It's
a
only
shit
about-
ton of books.
It's only about 1,000 10-page books.
Whatever it is.
When's the last time you went to the library
It's God
asking
given
for a
talent,
friend?
The nigga's just smart.
I
Bro,
couldn't
he
tell
got,
you. High
he
school,
got,
no
he
college.
has some ability, bro, that the average motherfucker don't got.
Yeah.
Like, clearly.
And he's like witty, intellectual, like, and like it's
I know-
true. I never seen any stories about him doing drugs.
I know Ricky Smiley was lying. I know that.
He said you a fat phase on life.
But you know what I admire about Katt Williams, but I admire this about like other men. I admire about women too, but like it's certain shit that I admire. Like when I look at men, and I'm like, man, nigga, that's like a dope ass fucking quality to have. When a motherfucker, when a person can, like a person asks a question and then they can respond, but they can respond with some rational, clever, intellectual shit. Like, nigga, I think that is dope as hell. Like that, and as I'm watching it, like, it's not like Katt Williams sat there and like he had like a. I mean, unless they really planned this shit, then I don't know. But from the
Based on Shannon's reactions, I don't think so.
Yeah, Shannon was really
He was low-key stressing.
he's asking him this stuff in the heat of the moment, and Katt Williams is firing off like right after, like back to back to back, but like nigga, the clever, like the witty cleverness and intellectual shit, the way he's like designing his responses, like in the heat of the moment, I'm like, nigga, that is like, nigga, that nigga mind is powerful. Like to be able to do that, because most people can't do that. Like they'll be fumbling over their words, or they be like, oh, let me think about it. Nigga would just
Or deflect the question. He took everything head
and
on.
it all like lined up all together, bro, and it all drew you in. His responses, the way he was designing them, like it's drawing you in. I'm like, nigga, like this nigga's a wordsmith. Like he perfected it. If you know what I'm saying, if he had to study at this, he's perfected that shit. Like that shit's dope.
Mm-hmm. Dang.
Yeah, he
Shout out.
got an unintentional marketing
Shout
W.
out Shannon Sharp and Club Shay too, man. That shit got 43 million views in 7
And
And he
counting.
put his liquor right there. I don't know if y'all noticed that.
The cognac?
Yeah, hey, I know his liquor sales is up. He can put his liquor right there. He put his alcohol right there. I'm like, okay, I see.
He's smart.
I'm looking at everything, bro.
Shout out Unc, man.
He'll be coming on tour here, I think, sometime soon. I'm going.
Who, Katt Williams?
Are you going?
Nah.
I've never been to a comedy, like big comedy show. I want to go.
I went to Kevin Hart's when it was at the Hollywood Bowl. It was not. It didn't hit. I feel like he pandered to white people humor, and it just didn't hit.
Yeah, that's the motherfucker spending the money. That's how most.
True.
And that's how when you get like when you trying to or you get across that threshold, yeah, that's how they do it.
Oh well. Who's got the story of the week?
You wanna do with
I talked to my boy Darian, but that ain't no story of the week. It's good to talk to him. You feel me? Kind of, you know Darian.
My nigga Tune. Huh?
Tune, that sounds familiar.
You want to do the one where you told me to put the condom on, or should we do it where you spit in the mouth in the club?
Alright.
Please don't.
do any of that. Hey, peace be still. Peace be still. Alright, look, this nigga nice want to say that so bad.
All right. Can I just do an anonymous one?
Yeah.
Let's see what I got.
He has it written down.
Let's see what I got in my vault.
This is a
He has it
Let's see what I got in
written
my vault, guys.
Hey, see how them cameras rolling though?
Just cut stuff out.
You gotta do your fucking job. Like,
Come on, man, that's
just do your job.
Come on, man, what are we talking about?
I tell this nigga all the time,
I
man.
see our sign right there. That motherfucker dope, huh? Yeah. You know what I mean?
All right, man. Since I was going first episode, I figured we needed something juicy.
Mm-hmm.
We gonna chill.
Nah, get juicy. But we don't know who.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Nigga, we do now.
Nah,
I don't know which one. I don't know what story he gonna say.
We do now.
Nah, this ain't even gonna be there.
I don't even know what story he gonna
We
say.
do now. You know what it is now.
This ain't even gonna be there.
Shit, 90% of the stories.
All right, so one time all three of us was there, y'all. Disclaimer: this is a story time. I'm gonna tell a story about somebody in this room. Y'all don't know who it is, but we do.
They'll figure it out.
So y'all can guess.
The nigga said, hey, you hear what he said?
try to-
He said, I'm gonna tell a story time. All three of us here. It's about
What
one.
in the room?
Yeah, all three of us was there. And for every story time we do, all three of us is gonna be there, and it's gonna be one of us that did it. You feel me? They gotta guess who it is.
That's not true, but go ahead.
At all, but go ahead.
All right, so
Nigga says anything.
this particular time we're in Miami or Houston or somewhere, and
We traveled a lot, by the way.
I was never with these niggas.
yeah, they might not have been there. I don't remember. We was in like this club or like this lounge or something. I don't remember what it was, but we in there going up. We all drunk. The liquor's flowing. It's feeling good in there. You feel me? I'm in that bitch feeling right. Nice guy on a red hat. We in there chilling, and one of us start dancing with this girl, right? And like one of us is dancing, we're like behind the girl, right?
Oh, he had the red hat on.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
He did have a red hat on.
Yeah. And we didn't know nobody in there. We just, you feel me, we vibing. You feel me? With, like everywhere we go, we turn that motherfucker up. So we turned it up. We vibing the whole shit. You feel me? It's like it's our shit. So we in there, we turned up. One of us is dancing with a girl. You feel me? One of us got this like. We start dancing with the girl. The girl's in front of us and behind him, and the girl's like dancing like this. So like the person who's behind the girl like grabs the girl's neck like this, and they dancing, right? And we're all so drunk, all right. So we just be doing drunk shit, right? So as one of us is dancing with the girl, grabbing the girl's neck, the girl like is like, and we just like spit in her mouth like.
who did that?
So like the girl's like dancing, like niggas behind like this, grabs her neck, and she like leans back, like she just having a good time. She don't know what's coming. Nigga, right in her mouth.
Hey, nigga said, who did
Hey, we're in the club. We ain't never met none of these people, man.
this shit is comedy.
So y'all say in the comments who y'all think it was. That's some shit I do.
That nigga nice.
Hey, I ain't gonna lie, nigga had on a red hat.
I do like a good red hat.
He did have a red hat.
Yeah,
That is
for sure that nigga had on a red hat.
Y'all let me know
He
y'all.
did have a red
That
hat.
nigga had a
That's
red
disgusting.
hat on. Yeah, like why would that nigga do that?
You wouldn't like that?
It was a hat I own. It was a hat I own too.
That's a fact.
Yeah.
You probably still had that hat.
I do have that hat. It's
Yeah.
in my closet.
Hello?
Yeah.
That nigga bro be tripping.
Thank you guys for coming to the first 20, 40, 30 show.
20, 30, 40 show.
Of the new year.
Yeah, happy
2024.
2024.
2024 will have a lot of good things in store for us.
Thanks.
More blessings. Me getting even finer than I am today.
More blessings, less spitting.
More blessing, less bitten.
Nah, well, look at my notes. I look at my notes, everything's dead.
What are we talking about?
Got somebody, she's a beauty.